Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you the Zenfone AR. I had the opportunity to check out this device earlier in 2017 at CES, but we finally have the device here. It's actually provided to us for review from Verizon. I want to say thank you very much for allowing me to do so, but let's not waste any time. I want to show you guys why Project Tango on a mobile device is something that's massive and something that you should actually take note of, because this is actually a decently spec device that runs Project Tango and can actually give you good battery life. So we're going to do a quick unboxing, initial impressions, and show you guys some video samples of that. But let's not waste any time. Let's check it out. The box is pretty simple at the top. We have Zenfone AR for augmented reality, nothing on the top. On the bottom, we just have some certification, DTS, Qualcomm aptX. This is for the Bluetooth as well as the chipset. We are running the chipset here is the Qualcomm 821 processor. I want to make sure that you guys are aware of this actually has a couple things that most devices don't come out of the box. We have a Daydream ready sticker. I'll go ahead and make this visible. And here, this is not Google Play Music. This is Project Tango. Project Tango is built in. And one of the only devices on the market right now, portable devices that carry this, that's not a tablet. Opening the box, we are greeted with the Zenfone AR. Here it is. Taking a look at the device, what we have here is a 5.7-inch Quad HD display. It's an AMOLED display. We have capacitive buttons on the bottom, a back and a recents app, as well as a home button that acts like a home button, as well as a fingerprint sensor. On the top, we have an 8 megapixel front-facing camera. And on the back, what we have is a few things. We have the Project Tango branding. We have Verizon branding. Of course, these are etched into the back. It's a non-removable 3000 mAh battery. We have NFC as well as a 23 megapixel sensor in the back that is also married with a lot of different sensors to enable Project Tango. That's really where the magic happens for Project Tango. Most of the work is done at the camera. This little secondary small sensor is only for depth perception. It's not going to be used for picture taking. And of course, we have laser measurements here as well as laser autofocus, dual tone LED flash. Turning it on for the first time, let's go ahead and press in power. Has that vibration, powered by Android, Asus. I do want to mention that most of the time, my devices that come from Verizon are pre-configured, so I don't necessarily have to do anything to them. We have a SIM removal tool here. We do have a Daydream certification sticker, Zenfone AR, a little small information here. We'll put that to the side. We do get a couple, we do have some earpieces here. This is 3.5mm headphone jack audio. And we have right there a power brick capable of Quick Charge 3.0, as this device is compatible with it. And we also have a USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable to be able to charge up our device. Doing a quick tour of the device, we have a power button and the volume rocker right here on the right side. On the bottom, what we see here is a bottom-facing speaker, the USB Type-C capable of USB 3.0 transfer speeds, a microphone, and 3.5mm headphone jack with a built-in 24-bit DAC. These two little bands are essentially the antenna bands. On the left side, all we have is the SIM removal tool, also capable of adding an SD card of up to 128 gigabytes. So the SIM card from Verizon is already installed for me. I don't have to worry about that. On the top, we have a microphone that's able also to do the noise canceling between the other two. And on the back, as I mentioned to you guys, we saw already all the different sensors. On the front, we have your normal earpiece, front-facing camera, and the button options. It looks like we have some shortcuts for browsing, email, and for making phone calls, as well as the camera. I can swipe up to the top. So it looks like there's an already dark theme applied. We have a home button, and it's a swipe card option. CPU-Z, I already installed that to be able to check it out. There's a few Tango applications that I've already installed for us to be able to check out on this. There is no shelf on the left. Pressing home and holding it does actually give us access to the assistant. Swiping down, we have the colored blue and black or blue and gray toggles that you can customize. Going into settings. Now, this is the Zenfone UI 3.0. Essentially, it's a skin over Android 7.0, so we'll go over about. And yes, sure enough, we are running Android 7.0. Let's see what we get. So we have airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, quick toggles at the top, data usage, mobile hotspot and tethering via Verizon, of course, advanced calling. We should be able to have advanced calling, activate Wi-Fi calling if your carrier supports it. NFC, as I mentioned before, DMS, the emergency play to Miracast. It does support Miracast, which is very nice. The display is a 5.7 Quad HD display, and you're able to change the font. VR low motion blur sensing, you can turn that on to get a better experience. Screen color mode, as well as screensaver, screen rotation, and ACES cover if you're using those. Because we're on Android 7.0, we do have the toggle, so I can actually switch between menus. Android 8.0 did get away with this, but it's still working. So we'll go into notifications. You can customize them here. We'll go into sound and vibration. Again, new mail, set it up, auto wizard, other sounds, and all of those things you can customize. Storage, let's go in real quick. So it looks like we have the 128 gigabyte variant of this, and 108 gigabytes are available out of that, which is actually pretty decent considering the fact that you can still expand the memory on this with an additional memory SD card. So 17.73 are reserved for the system. Other than that, you're good. Let's go to application manager. Again, very simple. You can go in there, enable, disable, and you can also deactivate some applications there if you don't want them. Zen Motion are the little features that Zen UI offers us. Essentially the ability to double tap to turn off, double tap to turn it back on, and then swipe and come back into it. So let's go back into the settings. These are some of the options. Of course, you can draw W and S and E, C for camera, Z for Chrome. Not sure why Z is for Chrome. And then V for phone, which again, don't judge, but let's just keep going from there. That's Zen Motion. I did turn those on. Battery level here, what we get is 55% left. Again, Zenfone Tango is running in the background, Google Play, device idle. All of this is really preliminary as this isn't installed, and we look like the virtualizer is also installed. Tango power management, we'll get into that first. You have the ability to do in high performance, normal, power savings, super savings, and customize. By default, it does come on normal, which stands by about 59 hours. I can turn on high performance mode, and that will take the full advantage of the 821 chipset that we have here. So married with the 128 gigs of internal storage, we have the 821 chipset, which is very, very nice. And you can change your power customizations there. Project Tango, we'll go ahead and turn it on. Permission has to be installed, view or open license. So once you have this installed, it's going to give you an icon on the home screen like this. And this will be kind of like your launcher-based system. So you can see all the different applications that are compatible with it, but we will get into that in a second. Finishing off the settings at the bottom, we have, obviously lock screen. You can customize the shortcuts, security, location, turn it on, accounts, language, Google accounts, of course, backup and reset with the Google system, accessibility, printing, as it does support printing, and as far as system checking. So it looks like the Asus A002A is up to date. Now, as I mentioned, this is a Snapdragon 821 clocked in at 2.3 gigahertz max speed, and we are running the Adreno 530 interface. Device has a 5.66 inch display, 5.7 realistically, 518 DPI, and then as far as the internal storage RAM, we are running the 4 gig variant. So this is the 4 gig 128. Now that we've looked at the actual interface, I want to show you guys real quick Project Tango, what we have in here. Now, Project Tango is really based on certain applications that you have to download. So if your device is not compatible with it, you won't be able to download them. But so what we have here is this is Wayfair. Wayfair, it gives you the ability of kind of like sizing up the room that you're in. Gap does have an application which supports, basically taking a picture and changing dresses or outfits for people. Not my liking, but either way. Here we can also do the Wall Street Journal AR, which shows you different information graphically on a flat surface. There's Chelsea Kicker. This is an application for, I guess, soccer game. Hot Wheels was the one that was demoed at CES, and I found it to be very, very nice. It was too intricate for me to be able to demo this for you guys here. World, which is also a nice little application that you can play. Magic Plan, again, mostly architectural kind of applications. Domino World, of course, you can do Fury of the Gods, Dinosaur Among Us. Lowe's Vision, which is a really nice application if you're choosing to be able to customize and figure out exactly how much space you have for certain things. Last but not least, Amazon actually had to put in their own little hand, and this one actually helps you preview TVs or screens or different things on the wall, and I'll show that to you guys in a second. BMW Virtualizer, we have the Holo, and of course there's the Measure Google. That's the default app that Google makes. So with this one, you can actually open it up and actually use it to measure different distances between different areas. So I can pick up the phone. You'll notice right there, it's starting to actually give me like a little sensor. So I'm actually going to just tap it. So we'll add a dot here, and I'm going to add another dot there, dot there, dot there, and here we go. So you can see there's a little box right there, and actually get the measurements. So this is 4 centimeters, 7 centimeters, 8 centimeters, and I didn't get the distance here, but it's supposed to also give us the distance here, which should be roughly another 8 centimeters. Overall, it's very nice, and then you can, of course, undo. But it's really great if you ever want to try to basically, let's say, measure a room that you're in, and you want to go down to the store to be able to figure out exactly what you have. Let's go ahead and open up the Amazon app, which is really unique in the sense of how it works. Again, all of these applications won't work on normal devices, but if you do get them, that's really nice. So we're going to go ahead and open up the camera. So it says select the TV. I want to look at the Samsung 24-inch 720p TV. So what I did here is I took a picture of the wall before I snapped on the TV, and here is the Amazon app snapping the TV. The beauty of it is, as long as you have the picture snapped to the wall, you can actually get close to it, move around it, and actually look around and see how it would look like and fit on your wall. The reason why this is so nice is you can actually, you're not limited by that. You can actually change it to many different options. But where we started originally with this one, which kind of barely fit the screen, now here's the 75-inch. It definitely does not fit in my office. So I'm not going to be getting that TV, sadly. I'm really bummed. Here's the camera interface. We have night mode. Camera, we have modes here. So we have auto, manual, HDR Pro, beautification, super resolution. So this is really the highest resolution you're able to get to maximize the sensor on this. QR code, low light, depth of field, filter, selfie, night mode is what's turned on right now. We'll go back into auto. And of course, what we got here is time-lapse, panorama, miniature, and this is for really super macro, time rewind, and slow motion. Time rewind just takes like a 3-second video of what you're trying to do. You can switch over, HDR Pro. Oh, here it is. So you can go basically, we're 16:9 at the 5488 by 3088, and 23 megapixel is 5488 at 4096. This is really higher than what you'd really normally expect. And you can see here that your 4K roughly on the image sensor here is 3840 by 2160. It's a 16:9. Here is the front-facing 8 megapixel sensor, audio and video straight from the phone, not going to be edited, maybe increased in volume depending on how the volume is on this. But overall, on the screen right now, being that it is a 5.7-inch display, it looks really nice. I'm hoping it's actually married with some really nice microphones, and you guys are enjoying this picture. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the back sensor and see how much more we're able to fit. I'm on a back-facing camera right now. It's a 23 megapixel sensor. I can see a little bit of a blinking LED or a little bit blinking laser from the bottom sensor right next to it. Hopefully it's just basically using this to keep the autofocus running. I can't see myself, so I'm hoping I'm actually in focus. But the main experiment here is just to see how the picture quality is and the audio quality that's married with this. Of course, I'm using this handheld, so I'm hoping also that the OIS that's on the back sensor does its job and keeps things steady. Audio is pretty good, actually. As I mentioned to you guys with the hands-on, we do have a 3.5mm headphone jack. I'm going to be testing that out. But preliminary results as far as audio playback with the single firing speaker, you're not going to get the best experience. It's a single firing speaker, so that's basically the end part of it. The one thing I do want to mention to you, let's go ahead and unlock real quick. There is an outdoor mode for the speaker. So when you go into the settings here, you can customize the actual volumes on here, but you can also hit the outdoor, which gives it a little bit extra boost, especially when you're outdoors. So they've thought about it and they've implemented it, so it looks pretty good. Overall, the Zenfone AR feels really nice in the hand. The setup was pretty simple. Obviously, it doesn't really take that much. It's a normal Android setup. Project Tango does come pre-installed, and it actually has all the sensors and everything that it needs to be able to run it for you. I did play around with a couple of the applications for you, the camera as far as using the, with the BMW app or even the Amazon app, but there is going to be other applications and other functions that I can show you guys in the full review coming up next week. I want to say again, thank you very much to Verizon for allowing me to check out this device, but the main thing I want to show you guys is that this is actually a fully fledged Android device of 2017. It has a lot of the functionalities that we look for, except for one thing. It's not running the latest chipset, and I don't think that's a bad thing. The A21 is pretty capable of running everything that we need here. As you can see, it runs really nice. Although I want to mention that during the time I'm making actually this video, it did get a little bit warm and it wasn't charging it. So that's just something to keep in mind. And I'll bring back more of that information at the end of the video when I do the actual review in a week or so. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are some things that you'd like to see about Project Tango, or the capabilities of Project Tango on this device? As that's actually really the star of the show. The Zenfone AR really by itself is a Tango product that's mobile, meaning you can have it in your pocket and do anything that you want to do with Project Tango on the go. So thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.